Hi guys, welcome to another Young Health COVID-19 video. Today we will review the Phase 3 clinical study results that led to the very first emergency use authorization, or EUA for short, approval by the US FDA for the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. On December 10, 2020, Pfizer Inc. and BioNTech SE announced that the New England Journal of Medicine has published safety and final efficacy results from the pivotal Phase 3 trial of BNT162b2, their mRNA-based COVID-19 vaccine candidate, and in the trial of 43,448 participants who were 16 years and older, 21,720 of whom received BNT162b2 and 21,728 placebo. The two-dose regimen of 30 micrograms of BNT162b2, which was given 21 days apart, was well tolerated and demonstrated vaccine efficacy of 95% against COVID-19. In the pivotal study, vaccine efficacy similar to that observed in the overall population was generally consistent among subgroups defined by age, gender, race, ethnicity, obesity, and presence of a comorbidity. Among 36,523 participants who had no evidence of existing or prior SARS-CoV-2 infection by the time of the immunizations, there were 170 cases of COVID-19 observed with onset at least 7 days after the second dose. 8 cases occurred in vaccine recipients and 162 in placebo recipients, corresponding to 95% vaccine efficacy, or 95% credible interval, with scores of 90.3, 97.6. Among participants with and without evidence of prior SARS-CoV-2 infection, there were 9 cases of COVID-19 among vaccine recipients and 169 among placebo recipients, corresponding to 94.6% vaccine efficacy, or 95% credible interval, with scores of 89.9 and 97.3. The cumulative incidence of COVID-19 cases over time among placebo and vaccine recipients began to diverge by 12 days after the first dose, and 52.4% vaccine efficacy, or 95% credible interval, scores of 29.5 and 68.4, was observed between dose 1 and dose 2, indicating the early onset of a partially protective effect of immunization. 2 doses of vaccine provide the maximum protection observed. 10 cases of severe COVID-19 were observed with onset after the first dose. 9 cases occurred among placebo recipients, and 1 among BNT162b2 recipients. BNT162b2 exhibited a favorable tolerability and safety profile. Based on a data cutoff date of October 9, 2020, 37,706 participants had a median of at least 2 months of safety data available after dose 2 and contributed to the main safety data set. Among these participants, 49% were female, 83% were white, 9% were Black or African American, 28% were Hispanic or Latin, 35% were obese, meaning BMI greater than or equal to 30 kilograms per square meter, and 21% had at least one underlying comorbidity. The median age was 52 years, and 42% were older than 55 years. The most common adverse events of BNT162b2 were transient, mild to moderate pain at the injection site, fatigue and headache, and these generally resolved within 2 days. These reactions were less common and milder in older adults than younger adults. Severe reactions, or grade 3 reactions, were reported in fewer than 2% of vaccine recipients after either dose except for fatigue, 3.8%, and headache, 2%. Fever, which is a temperature greater than or equal to 38 degrees Celsius, was reported in similar proportions of younger, 16%, and older, 11%, of vaccine recipients. Rates of serious adverse events were similar between vaccine and placebo groups, 0.6% and 0.5%. There were no COVID-19 related deaths. All trial participants will continue to be monitored to assess long-term protection and safety for an additional 2 years after their second dose. Data from this study, including longer-term safety, comprehensive information on duration of protection, efficacy against asymptomatic SARS-CoV-2 infection, and safety immunogenicity in adolescents 12 to 15 years of age, will be gathered in the months ahead. Additional studies are planned to evaluate BNT162b2 in pregnant women, children younger than 12 years, and those in special risk groups, such as the immunocompromised. Thank you for watching our video, and please support us by clicking through the link in this video description the next time you shop for anything on Amazon. See you soon!